Have you ever looked into the eyes of happiness without fear, without doubt, and without looking back, without fear to frighten? Dedicated to the memory of Konstantin Korovin. Gurzuf. Bouquet by the Sea. One of the magical and charming works from the artist's beloved Crimean paradise, where the master stayed from 1910 to 1917. Korovin's famous masterpieces, and with them the entire Russian Impressionism, were created here. The Girl on the Roof of the Terrace. Gurzuf. 1914. View from the terrace of the shipyard in Gurzuf. 1914. Gurzuf. 1916. Roses. For many years these flowers were the material for the master's still lifes, a measure of the abundance of happiness. We see them on the city paths, in the interiors of his beloved Gurzuf cottage, in portraits of friends, on terraces by the sea, but the favorite place, perhaps, is the on the beach next to the terrace by the sea in the Crimea. Here, roses. 1912.g. By the sea. 1910, in the open sun, where the almost undivided vibrating heat of the tablecloth and the heat of the pebbles merge, the explosion of the bouquet, the hymn to the midday of life and quivering happiness, sounds more clearly. So it is in our case in Bouquet by the Sea, 1917 from the Antiqon collection. The work is complicated by the combination of two optics and perspectives, still life and landscape form. An angle cuts into the composition, a table under a tablecloth, apples and a triumphant bouquet of roses. The green coolness of the terrace and the searing heat of the sun-bleached pebble beach are intersecting lines. The artist embraces the familiar panorama of Gurzuf with a fleeting glance at the low horizon. He follows the arc of the sea, the houses of the town, the rocky headland that completes the diagonal perspective. But bring a little sunshine, and miracle of transformation is happening before your eyes. When the delicate colors of the canvas burst with incredible color, the apparent randomness of the brush strokes acquires the majestic meaning of the knitting of existence, the bright, all-round joy of life. Under the artist's brush a quivering breeze fills the reflections and halftones of the tablecloth, the facets of the plate and the shadows. The shining buds get a symphonic, all-conquering splendor. This clever admiration for the world wears a filigree purple veil over the distant cliffs, and the persistent abundance of happiness becomes the protagonist of the work. It combines the concreteness of still life with the atmosphere of a hot day, including the bustling presence of people by the sea and on the terrace. In this way, the artist captures happiness in all its complexity, with the deeply orthodox thought that happiness cannot be detached at the expense of others. This is the rare gift of a thinker who approaches an obvious but insoluble subject, accessible only to people with pure hearts and great moral sense. The date when the Panorama was done is also incisive, the summer of 1917, the last happy summer of the country and Konstantin Alexeyevich himself. In the autumn there will be no great power off empire. It will be last Crimea visit for the author. Konstantin Korovin, 1917.